Hello to whoever finds this journal. My days in Maryland have been rewarding as they are troublesome, and as often dangerous. I have spent the last 6 years assembling my notes in hopes the knowledge I have gained over the time spent in this world to bring good fortune to whoever finds this, and to help them get a better understanding of the world they are about to enter. My intent is to create a compendium of how the world works, what it has to offer, and how you can survive and prosper. There are times I feel my work will only serve more confusion about what I found, but I also felt it necessary to compose my ideas and experience to illuminate a path to those who wish to explore. Contained within are recipes, survival tips, warnings, and more, all in an effort to promote safe travels and an overall awareness of the world you are entering. There will be times when you will be tested in ways this compendium can either prepare you for or help you from. Your choices as a player and a guild may lead to swift and unprecedented consequences. I believe this to be the ultimate guide for survival and success. Welcome to Mortal Online 2. So let's start off the guide by talking about dendrology. You know, wood. Softwood, hardwood, your wood, my wood. What is wood? Why is this madman talking about trees? Dendrology is the study of trees, and it is a sub-skill of botany. What that means is botany is a parent skill to dendrology. Your dendrology level will never go higher than your botany level, but that's okay because they both level pretty much at the same rate. Advanced dendrology, however, is a sub-skill of dendrology, making dendrology the parent skill of advanced dendrology, meaning your advanced dendrology will never go higher than your dendrology skill, and your dendrology skill must be 70 before you can move on to advanced dendrology. You can find the botany and dendrology books in all town. However, the advanced dendrology book can only be bought either at the jungle camp or in Fabridome at the woodworking librarian for 10 silver. Wood is a plentiful resource in Mortal Online, but is also very overlooked and undervalued to most. But wood can also be very profitable, as people do not want to take the time to collect it themselves. Wood will also more likely than not be one of the first ways you start putting gold inside your bank. So in this woodcutter's guide, we are going to talk about the differences between softwood and hardwood, the general use of wood, and where to find specific wood that you may be looking for your specific craft. Chopping trees can help raise a character's strength and constitution, and can be used in many different ways, from crafting to building and to trading to the right people. So what types of wood are there? Mortal Online has many types of wood, and each wood serves its own unique purpose. The types of wood currently in the game are SPONGEWOOD, GREYWOOD, WHITEWOOD, FIRMWOOD, DAPPLEWOOD, BROWNWOOD, and BLACKWOOD, and IRONWOOD. The wood yet to be added is STONEWOOD and TAPPLEWOOD. This chart isn't perfect, but it is as accurate as I can tell through the experience in the game to what wood is soft to what wood is hard. But what about TAPPLEWOOD? TAPPLEWOOD is its own type of magic wood, or special wood, and we will not be talking about that in this guide. But if the community wishes, I can tell you what I know about its secrets and how to create it once it's available in the game. But this game is all about exploring, experimenting, learning things on your own to get ahead of other players and to make the same items as your competition better, more efficient, and cheaper to sell for higher profits on the broker. So you might be wondering, what woods are good for what you want to achieve? So as I just stated, this game is about experimenting and trying new things. There are thousands, if not tens of thousands, of different combinations to every raw material and crafting skill in the game to create your desired product. So instead of listing how to make or what you could make, use the scale to determine what might be good for what you want to craft. But I will give you some tips and advice to get you going in the right direction. So let's further discuss the differences between softwoods and hardwoods. Softwoods are going to be lighter material, which means if you put it into a weapon, it's going to be faster to swing, but also have lower durability. Harder woods are going to be heavier, so if you put it into a weapon or a shield, it's going to swing slower, but have more durability. Please note that my knowledge is from 6 years inside of Mortal Online 1, and the developers have changed the values and ingredients to help make the game more fresh for veteran players. So again, experiment. Spongewood is going to be your lightest yet softest wood. It can be found in the heartlands of Maryland in the center of the map, also in Morinker and Toxai. It looks like a whitewood tree, but pay attention to what biome you're in and pay attention to the bark. The bark is going to be a lot smoother than the whitewood tree, and it does not grow in the desert. Greywood is slightly heavier than spongewood. It can be found in large quantities stretching from the ruins of Meduli up to Tindrum Gates and out toward Fab. Be careful when you're chopping these trees, as there is bandits, razorbacks, and wolves waiting to attack you from the shadows. PvP is also heavy in the Greywood forest, as it is along the highway of the 3 towns, and there's a few horse spawns nearby. Whitewood is a medium density wood, mostly used for lighter shields and bows. Experimenting with weapons might be a good idea as well. They can be found mostly near Meduli and around the desert area. FIRMWOOD is denser than Whitewood, used again for shields and bows with the possibility of weapons. Now that the game has changed a little bit more, it can be found near Kurite villages such as Vada, Bodki, and Moki. They resemble pine trees and can also be located in the north. DAPPLEWOOD is one of the most versatile woods in the game. You can use it for weapon crafting and building, shield crafting. It's the happy medium of your wood. I personally use it for bow crafting. You can find DAPPLEWOOD in a place called the Colored Forest that's near the center of the map, just north of Sausage Lake. It's easy to point out these types of trees as they have different colored leaves, and the bark has white with black spots. But be wary about the dangers that lurk in the colored forest, such as razorbacks, wolves, dire wolves, black bears, and there's a lot of housing in the area, so PvP is also very prevalent, and there's even rumors of a troll that lurks in the forest. Brownwood is a super heavy, super dense wood. It's mostly used for building, and players often try to buy this wood. It may have found another purpose in MO2 since they changed a lot of things since MO1. So again, do some experimenting. You can find brownwood in the jungles of Maryland. They are the largest tree in the jungles. So let's move on to our first advanced wood, Blackwood. Blackwood in MO1 was very exclusive to the jungle, and to this day I am still convinced that there is Blackwood in the jungle. I haven't found it personally. I went on a 2-day excursion through the jungle specifically for this video, and I personally haven't found it, but I've heard rumors that it could be in the jungle. In fact, I found it between Morinker and Toxai. It grows in groves between the 2 cities, and the tree is easily identifiable due to its black and dark bark and the primu fruit that grows on the tree. It's a type of mana fruit. So finally, let's move on to our last advanced wood, Ironwood. Ironwood can be found in the Colored Forest, and when you stand just outside of render range and you can see the tops of the trees, you can identify these trees by the bluish-green leaves that stand atop of the DAPPLEWOOD trees, and then you can head in that direction and eventually find the tree. You can also identify this tree by the bluish-green bark that you see inside this video. Again, I don't want to give any context clues or hints to what this wood is used for, but it is currently the most valuable wood, and people are constantly buying it, so do with that information what you will. So I didn't put any price tags on any of the wood discussed in the video because wood prices are constantly fluctuating from town to town, player to player. Generally, the further you have to carry wood, the more it's going to be valued. If you carry wood out of the jungle and take it to Bodki, it's not going to sell for as much as if you were to carry it to Tindrum. But as a closing statement, I hope that you've learned something a bit more about dendrology and the different types of wood, and got a better understanding of what you want to craft with versus what you want to build with. If you yourself are a crafter and want to share a recipe or two, or to just talk about what you use your wood for, leave us a comment down below. Or if you just want to promote your guild, that's okay too. But I'm Bravado, and thank you for watching.